Hello and welcome to my January daily spending log. I'm filming this on the first of the month, so even I don't know how much I'm going to be spending this month. We are just coming off of our low spend year of 2024, and I think that we are probably going to be continuing in 2025, although we're being a little bit less strict with our no spending, and it's more of a low spending. But we definitely want to keep the momentum that we have built in 2024 and be very mindful of our spending and not go overboard. However, today we went to the thrift store for our daughter and I probably did go a bit overboard. Not really in the prices because everything was half off. And so we ended up spending $27.59, but we got quite a lot of stuff. And it's probably way more than she needs. So if you're new here, my husband and I are in our 30s and we have a 1-year-old daughter. She's almost 1.5 now, and she's been growing pretty steadily and we've kind of run out of clothes for her. We were still trying to fit her into her 12-month clothes for the most part, and they were a little bit tight because we didn't have time to get out to the store over the holidays. So we went to the thrift store today when they had a huge sale, and I'm not going to show you everything that we got, but I am going to show you some of it. So first of all, she needed a lot of socks because the only socks that she had were for 6 to 12 months and they were all very small on her. Plus, she keeps losing them at daycare. So we ended up getting her 6 pairs of socks, and they were about 25 cents a piece. So, and they're pretty big, so they should last her for a little while. I think most of them are 12 to 24 months. I also got her this cute pajama set because I couldn't resist unicorns in space. And then we got her 5 pairs of pants and this cute sweater that she can wear for Valentine's Day. This was $1. It's an Old Navy sweater. And then I got her 12 shirts. So this is where I went a little bit overboard. Some of these are more like sweatshirts, like this hooded one. But there's 12 of them. But they're sized 18 to 24 months and even some 2Ts in there, so they may last her. She may be able to wear them again in the fall. So buying a whole bunch of stuff all at once also saves us time so that we don't have to keep running out to the thrift store every time she outgrows her stuff, because it takes a while to go through all of the stuff there and to find the right sizes, because you basically have to check everything to see what size it is. So we got so much stuff for her that will last for a very long time. And then finally, we got her some winter gloves, a winter coat because her coat was for 12 months and it was getting very tight. This one's 18 months. They didn't really have very many options for coats, but so this was $3. And then a snowsuit just in case it snows or gets really cold here and we want to take her out for walks, because she loves going out for walks, but I don't feel comfortable taking her out in the freezing weather if she's not really bundled up. But that's everything that we got at the thrift store, and afterwards I ran to the grocery store. We needed onions and bananas, and then I also picked up celery and carrots for chickpea noodle soup that I was making, and yogurt was on sale, so I bought our daughter some yogurt. And all of that together was $22.03, but we had a $10 gift card, so we only ended up spending $12.03. And everything that we bought was organic, so it was a couple of pounds of celery and carrots, and I think the onions were probably the most expensive. Buying 4 onions at, I think they were over $2 a pound. They were like $8 for those 4 onions. But that should allow us to make a few meals for my husband and I, and like the chickpea noodle soup will last me all week long, and my daughter will eat that as well. So that's everything for this New Year's Day. Oh, and our final expense was car insurance came out today, and that was $84.94, which is cheaper than usual because we got a year-end dividend, which is something our car insurance company does. I don't know if everyone's does it, but if like everyone's paid more into car insurance than the claims that they've had to pay out, they pay back everyone a dividend. They always do this. I don't know that there's ever been a year where they haven't done this. This year was a pretty significant one, probably of almost $70. So that helped with our car insurance budget this month. But I think moving forward, our car insurance is going to be a little bit more. It renews, I think, in February. But that's everything for today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello, it's Thursday. After the holiday yesterday, basically all of our bills came out today, but we also did some spending. So first, my husband went to Tractor Supply to get some mouse traps and poison because we think we have mice in the garage and we don't want them to spread to the house or to the cars. My first car that I had gotten a mouse nest, and the smell never ever went away. So definitely don't want mice in the car. He also stopped at the grocery store and spent $11.94 on tofu. Oh, did I say he spent $38.09 on the poison and mouse traps? It's probably going to last us. It's going to be way more than we need, hopefully. And then, so for our bills that we had come out were the mortgage. That was $2,675. And then we paid the internet, which was $29.99. And then I had an automatic transfer to Acorns, which is my after-tax brokerage account, and that was just $5. So I think that's it. That's most of our big bills, with the mortgage coming out today. So hopefully not much more spending for the rest of the week. Hello, it's Tuesday. I parked in the worst spot for the sun. It was a snow day today. I didn't go to work, but I'm in my car because I just ran to the grocery store. My husband is making me pizza for dinner, but we didn't have any toppings for it. So I bought a jar of Kalamata olives, a jar of roasted red peppers, and a can of mushrooms, and it was $9.07. That was all of the spending that we've done, but yesterday we had our car loan come out for $311.07, and then our student loans come out for $382, and then even though our daughter's not going to daycare this week because the daycare provider is on vacation, she wanted us to pay half of her tuition all 3 weeks that she was on vacation, which is not what her contract says. The contract that we signed says that we would pay her for 2 full weeks of vacation, but she wanted half tuition for all 3 weeks, which technically saves us $150. So it was $150 today, and then next week will be $150, and then the following week will be $150. Instead of 2 weeks of $300. So I think that is everything that I need to update you on. Probably. That's probably it. Hello, it's Thursday. I'm back at work today. Actually, I just got back from the pet store where I was going to buy rabbit food, but today was my free bag. I think every 6 bags that you buy is free. So that's pretty awesome. I didn't actually have to spend anything. And updates from yesterday, I got my paycheck. That was $3,136.35. That just hit the account. I'm not considering how much was taken out for the retirement account loan, the retirement contributions, or the DCFSA, because that's just too much to keep track of now. So what actually went into my account was what I stated. And then for spending, yesterday my husband went to the grocery store and spent $5.94. That was at the grocery outlet, and he just bought a couple of cans of tomatoes. These really big cans of Mere Glen tomatoes that I think are probably about $3 to $5 a can usually, but they were just $1 at the grocery store, at the grocery outlet. So he bought all that they had there yesterday. But I think that is all of the spending for today. About to head home now, and I will probably see you tomorrow. It's Friday. Kind of feels weird, like it doesn't feel like Friday because I only worked 2 days this week with the snow on Monday and Tuesday, and then with daycare being closed this week. We had originally planned for me to stay home on the next 3 Wednesdays so my husband could go into the office. He's been able to work from home most of the other days. So I only went in on Thursday and Friday this week, which was a little bit strange. It was nice though. I can't wait until I can just work 1 or 2 days a week. It's like so overwhelming to go in every single day, and I know that's pretty ridiculous, but with the long commute, and I'm over it. I'm over the long commute, honestly. When I lived just a few miles away, it wasn't so bad. When I was working from home, it was excellent. But now that I'm far away again, doing a long commute again, it's awful. And had I known that I would have to do this long commute again, I probably wouldn't have bought my house so far away. So, but there's no backing out of my house now, and for many years it would be faster for me to, quit my job or whatever, or find a work from home job. It'd be more, it would cost less money than to sell my house. But let's get into the money, which might be why you're here. I had an Acorns Roundup go through today. This is just a transfer from my checking account to my after-tax brokerage account whenever I spend money. It transfers to help with savings. So that was $5.69. And then my husband's paycheck came through, and it was $2,120.61. Not really sure why it was different this time than normal. He said that it seemed like there were fewer taxes taken out, but he doesn't know why that happened. Not a big deal. Gives us an extra $8. It's not going to break the bank though. So that is everything for today. We don't really have any plans this weekend, and especially no spending plans or anything, but we will see what happens. There will probably be a grocery trip, if anything. So talk to you whenever we spend money again. It's Monday, back at work. We did quite a lot of grocery shopping this weekend. Well, my husband did. He went, I think, every day this weekend. He went Friday night, and maybe he went 2 places on Saturday. Maybe just one. On Friday, he went to Lidl looking for cookie butter and soy milk. Although we didn't buy soy milk. I don't remember exactly what he bought, but they discontinued the cookie butter, which is like terrible, but maybe it'll help with my sugar addiction. But then he went later to Trader Joe's because they also sell cookie butter. He found some there. Oh, he spent $29.99 at Lidl. Then he went to Trader Joe's, bought cookie butter and some other things, tempeh and like their kale slaw and stuff like that. He spent $69.53, which is quite a bit for grocery shopping there, but that's fine. And then on Sunday he went back to the grocery outlet. He spent $15.51. I know he bought oat milk for $1, but I really have no idea what else he bought. I don't remember seeing it. So in total that was like over $130 in groceries. Most of it, I guess, were necessary things. I don't think he bought much junk besides my cookie butter. Oh, he bought coconut oil at the grocery outlet the second day, which was $10. So that's what most of that was. And then he also went to Home Depot on Sunday and spent $71.69. He bought more baseboards. We're still not done our daughter's nursery. He's been working on that for a year and a half now. But he bought more baseboards because the ones that he had put in originally, he didn't like them because he had trouble cutting them. And so they were like crooked, so he ripped those off and replaced those. I think that's all he bought was just baseboards, but he could have bought other things. But so it was a pretty expensive weekend. And then I paid for daycare today, $150, because daycare lady is still on vacation. So my husband's working from home part-time this week, and I will be home on Wednesday and Friday, just using vacation time since I can't work from home. But that's what's in store for us this week. Hopefully not much more spending, but we'll see. Hello, it's Tuesday. I just got gas, spent exactly $27. And last night my husband picked up another thing from the from the grocery store, and spent $4.68. And hopefully that's everything. It's Thursday. I just finished work for the day, for the week. I'll be home tomorrow with my daughter because of the daycare thing. I also have a doctor's appointment in the morning. So it just makes more sense for me to stay home than for my husband to. And then I actually didn't spend anything today, but I forgot to say on Tuesday, totally slipped my mind, that was our first debt repayment, like extra debt repayment, for starting our debt payoff this year. We paid $200 towards the truck, a principal payment, and it was in my transfer Tuesday, and I totally forgot to mention it in my daily update. So that is so exciting. Can't wait to get all of that debt paid off this year. But we did make some income today. I got 5 cents from my savings account. I think there's like $5,000 in there, and it gets like 0.01% interest or something. I don't know why I have that money sitting in there. It's like a quicker access than the other bank account, but I should really move it to the high yield savings account because 5 cents a month is it's not a lot. But that is everything. Just thought I'd update you on what I forgot to update you on Tuesday. No purchases yesterday on Wednesday. I was home yesterday, went to the library with my daughter for story time and picked out 5 books for her to read. She's doing this library program. It's just 1,000 books before kindergarten, where we just track every single book she reads. And we realize that we really need to step up the amount of books that she reads. It says that you can count rereads, but we're trying not to do that. So we're actually going to try to get 1,000 unique books in the next, 4 years before she starts kindergarten. So, shouldn't be too hard. It's less than a book a day. So, we got 5. And then next week I'll be home also again on Wednesday, and we'll take her back for story time. That'll be the last week that I will be home on Wednesdays, because daycare lady will be back, and so she'll be going back to daycare, and I'll be going back to work full time, which is disappointing because I'm really loving this part-time life. So hopefully once we get our debts paid off, maybe part-time life will be in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. My husband's supposed to be hearing back about whether or not he's getting a raise this month. He kind of told his workplace that they're severely underpaying him, and he may be looking for somewhere else. And being that he is basically the only engineer there, they may, decide to pay him more. But I don't know. It might be an empty threat. We'll see. He's not really motivated to look for another job, but he was acting like he's definitely starting to get motivated now. So we'll see. But probably by the time you watch this video, we'll actually have an answer. And I'm sure I will report it once we do find out. But wow, this was a long update for my typical daily updates. But I think that's everything for today. Hello, it's Monday, January 20th, and I am off for the holiday. But I'm going to fill you in on all of the spending that we did over the weekend, which wasn't that much because it snowed, so we didn't go anywhere yesterday. Really, actually, we only had grocery shopping. My husband went out on Friday and spent $23.50. I think we're mostly just stocking up on fresh veggies recently and frozen veggies. He went to Wegmans on Saturday and spent $46.88, and that was almost all frozen vegetables and frozen fruits. I like to give my daughter frozen fruit in her oatmeal and her pancakes. So we eat a lot of that. Also, I use it for brewing kombucha because it's just so much more affordable than buying fresh fruit. And same for the frozen vegetables. It's more affordable. But my husband likes to buy some fresh vegetables, mostly like salad green type things, because he eats a lot of salads, whereas I don't like salads very much. I prefer my vegetables cooked. So, and my daughter and I, we eat a lot of frozen vegetables. She probably eats about a cup or two of vegetables a day between lunch and dinner. So, we go through quite a bit of the frozen vegetables, and so we have to stock up where they offer the really big bags, which is Wegmans for us. And then I think it was Friday or Saturday, I got some more interest from my checking account. It was just 3 cents this time. So we're up to a whopping 8 cents in interest earned so far this month. My high yield savings account will pay out at the end of the month, and it should be something like $160 or more. So right now it's just a few cents. And then today is Monday. Even though it's the holiday, the truck payment is supposed to come out today. It hasn't yet. But it should be out before the end of the day or first thing tomorrow morning. And that is 31107. And I need to pay for daycare. I forgot to do that today because I didn't go to work. That'll just be $150 because this is our last week home before our daughter goes back to daycare. I'll be home on Wednesday, maybe another day. My husband's working from home Tuesday and Friday, probably. And then we're undecided about Thursday. Either he'll work from home or I will stay home. There's only so much work that he can do from home. He can do more than I can do, but also, like, with our daughter, he can only work while she's napping. So, and he has less vacation time than I have available. So, he's been, I don't know if I mentioned this already, I probably have, that he's working from home part-time, and then I'm just staying home the other part of the time, until our daughter goes back to daycare next week. But I guess that's the update for today. No other spending. My husband's at work today. He chose to work this holiday. He now has like flex holidays where he can choose when he wants to work and when he wants to take off. That's new this year with his new with the company that just bought his. So he went to work today just to make up for the daycare situation. So that's all we've been up to this week. We didn't go out shopping or spending anything. Pretty boring. So talk to you later. Hello, it's Tuesday. Finally remembered to pay for daycare just a few minutes ago, so that was $150. My husband's home with my daughter today, so they went to the grocery store and spent $41.48. I think this was just fresh produce that we needed and decaf coffee beans. And then let's see. For Transfer Tuesday, we maxed out the Roth. That was $550. That came out immediately. And then our electric bill came out. It was $184. And I think that the contribution to my daughter's $529 is still pending. So that's going to be $415. Also a transfer. And I think that's everything for today. I have no plans to stop anywhere on my way home, and I'm about to head there now. Hello, it's Wednesday. I think I said I wasn't going into work today, but I ended up going in anyway. Something came up, but I'll be off on Thursday and Friday. So I'm very fortunate that I have a job that allows this flexibility. So that's really nice. I got paid today. That was $3,169.94. That hit my bank account. And before it hit my bank account, my retirement loan came out, the DCFSA contribution came out, obviously taxes and life insurance, and my retirement contribution. Did I say that, or did I say my loan? My contribution and my loan both came out. I think at the end of the video I'll put a recap of everything that came in and everything that went out, and then maybe my transfers to savings as well. I think that will be useful because I don't even keep track of it along the way, so I can't expect anyone watching to keep track, but maybe that's not even important. And then I think last night my husband went to Lidl. I know last night my husband went to Lidl. I think he spent $12.94 or something. Bought soy milk and arugula, and I don't know if he bought anything else. I think there wasn't any other spending today. That's it. Hello, it's Friday, January 24th. I just finished filming my February budget with me, and I figured that I would do this update today. My husband got paid. I'm off work. This is the last day that my daughter doesn't have daycare, so I am off work, and my husband got paid today. That was $2,120.58. And we also got charged for our Azure order. We placed another order with Azure Standard for some bulk items, and it was a pretty hefty order. I am picking it up on Tuesday. Hopefully that's when it's supposed to arrive. So I'm picking it up on Tuesday, and I will show you everything that we bought. But I will tell you now, we spent $450.07. Hopefully, this should last us at least 3 months. A lot of these things will last us significantly longer than that, with some of them not quite so much. So we bought 5 pounds of quinoa. That was $14. 5 pounds of dried cranberries. That was $45. All of these things are organic. 5 gallons of laundry detergent. That was probably the most expensive thing that we bought. That was $105. That, honestly, it's liquid laundry detergent, so I'm not sure, because we have been using powdered laundry detergent for years. I'm assuming this will last us 5 years at the least. 5 gallons. I don't know how fast you go through laundry detergent. We do 2 loads a week. I can't imagine it not lasting us like 5 years. So $105 for that. We bought 25 more pounds of chickpeas because we actually went through almost all of our 25 pounds of chickpeas that we bought. I guess that was like October or something. That was $50. 32 ounces of Dijon mustard. My husband loves mustard. That was only $6. More cashews. 5 pounds of pieces of cashews is $26. We almost went through all of our 5 pounds last time. We use cashews a lot for like cream sauces and stuff. I make my yogurt out of it. And so $26 for 5 pounds. It's actually really, really good deal. We can't buy it cheaper than that at our local store. 25 pounds of black beans, that was $35 almost. 25 pounds of kidney beans, those were more expensive, $57 for 25 pounds. And then Vital Wheat gluten, $33 for 5 pounds, which is kind of expensive, but I think it's a better deal than what we can get at our local place. And my husband uses Vital Wheat gluten. If you've heard of the trend wheat meat, it's also called seitan. My husband's been making this for years. He's really good at it. So we bought some Vital Wheat gluten. Most of the time he washes flour, but sometimes it's good to just add the Vital Wheat gluten if you don't want to go through the whole process of washing flour. And then red lentils, which we didn't buy last time, $51 for 21 pounds. That's a good deal on those. We eat those all the time. Plus they cook really quick. So if we have forgotten to soak and cook beans, red lentils are a very fast alternative. Yeah, so that's everything. Let's see if I can figure out the weight. It's $36 to ship it because they charge per weight. It is 172.4 pounds of food and laundry detergent. It says 11 items. Hopefully that will last us for quite some time. We should only need to place these bulk orders a couple times a year. So spending $450. I think we spent about that much last time as well, or about $400 for our last order, which we still have a lot of the things that we ordered last time. It's just like we used up all the chickpeas and then everything else is basically a new thing that we're buying. So I think that's everything for my update today. So I just got back from Wegmans and I bought organic carrots and celery, mixed berries, mixed vegetables, green beans and broccoli, all organic, whole wheat pasta, and 2 packs of tofu. Planning on making chickpea noodle soup this week, so that's why I need the carrots, celery, and pasta, and everything else is just to have on hand. But I spent $45.10. Hello, it's Monday, and what would a Monday update be without grocery spending over the weekend? My husband went to the grocery store, I think twice, but only spent $15.40. And of course, I don't remember what he bought. Typical. I paid for daycare today, $300. My daughter's back at daycare. Daycare lady's back from vacation. So we're hoping that she doesn't start getting sick again, because she hasn't been sick the whole time that she's been home from daycare. She still has a runny nose, like all the time. So I don't know if it's like allergies or something, but she hasn't had a fever and her runny nose has been clear. So it's not like an infection. But she's back at daycare, so I'm about to go pick her up and I can't wait to see her. We will be off tomorrow though, because she has her 15-month checkup. So that'll be nice. A nice slow transition back into me working full-time and her going to daycare full-time. But I think that's everything for today's update. Only a couple more days left this month. Hello, it's Tuesday. We had a pretty busy day today. We had to pick up our Azure order, and I'm about to show you everything that we got. We also went to the pediatrician today. So we paid for the appointments that we went to in December, which I think was $264.16 for those 2 appointments. She got like COVID and flu testing and RSV, and so that was a little bit more than just like a standard appointment, plus she went to 2 of them. And we have the high deductible plan, so it makes it kind of kind of expensive. So let me show you our Azure order. So remember, this was like $450 worth of stuff. So we got 5 pounds of laundry detergent. These are black beans, chickpeas, red lentils, kidney beans, all 25 pounds. And then dried cranberries, cashews, quinoa, and vital wheat gluten. All of those are 5 pounds, and then some mustard. And that is everything we got in our haul today. Happy Thursday. The week and the month are almost done. Yesterday, I think both of these expenses were from yesterday, but saw them on my bank account today because I didn't check yesterday. And that was, my husband spent $24.98 at Lottie. It's like an Asian grocery store. We bought some sesame oil and dark soy sauce. And then my Acorn subscription came out, which was just $1. And that is everything. I don't think we have any more expenses coming this month, and I should film my wrap up after we get our interest payment. Hopefully it'll come through by the end of the day tomorrow, but it probably won't come until Saturday. So we'll see. But that is everything. Good morning. It's actually February 1st, but I just wanted to pop on here and let you know what our interest payments were that finally hit our account, probably like midnight last night or something. They weren't there when I went to bed last night, so. But I also somehow again forgot to mention what we contributed for Transfer Tuesday earlier this week, and that was $585 towards our 2025 Roth IRA, my husband's, and then $2,800 towards the truck. I also somehow, as I was adding all of this up, missed at some point earlier this week we spent $3.50 on groceries. It was probably like Monday or Tuesday or something. But if you've made it this far in the video, then I really appreciate you being here, as it supports my channel, and I just really enjoy the interactions that I have with everyone who comments on my videos, and especially the other creators who I am able to interact with on almost a daily basis. It really feels like I have a nice little community here that I don't actually have in my real life. So I really appreciate all of you for being here and watching, and I really can't express how much it means to me. So the final interest that came in at the end of the month, and this includes one of our checking accounts and then our high yield savings account, was $176.63. I think our high interest savings account went down to like 3.95% interest, but that's still a pretty good rate. I think our checking account gets 0.6%. So we basically made almost $180 in interest without doing anything. And actually our total interest for the month was $171, which is the amount that we pay in car insurance. So basically our interest pays our car insurance, which is kind of neat. But that is everything for this month. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. I've been adding it up as I've been editing along the way, so hopefully you will be able to see how much we spent and how much we earned. And if it looks like we've spent more than we earned, which I don't think it comes out that way, but it's because we spend from our sinking funds for the most part, except some of our fixed expenses and these extra debt payments. So some months we spend like more than we brought in because we have those sinking funds, and then other months we spend way less as we're like padding up those sinking funds. I didn't mention what I've contributed to our sinking funds. Let's see. We contributed $1,625 to our sinking funds this month, and we ended up spending $1,251. So less than we contributed, which means we're still building up the sinking funds and not depleting them, which is a nice thing because a big portion of our sinking funds is for home maintenance, and fortunately we haven't had to have very much of that this month. But anyway, that's a recap of my spending for the month. I hope you enjoyed, found this interesting, to see how much we spend during our debt payoff journey, as kind of probably a moderately high income earning family with I guess she's a toddler now. So again, I appreciate everyone who's watched here to the end and anyone who's commented or given me a like. So thank you for being here.